Hey everyone, Snorkel back again with Johnny, doing another film review for you. This time I saw Kong Skull Island finally. I've been pretty excited for this one for a while. Honestly, ever since Godzilla came out almost 3 years ago now. I actually saw it last night at a special screening prior to seeing it tonight, which is Thursday night. I went and saw it in IMAX this time around, and it looks awesome in IMAX. If you're gonna go see it, I would definitely recommend seeing it in IMAX. And I was curious to see, since they were doing this MonsterVerse now with WB and Legendary, how they were going to incorporate Kong into it, and especially because this movie is set in the Vietnam era in the 70s. How is Kong gonna, relate to the first Godzilla movie, if it does at all, or how it's gonna connect to the second Godzilla movie, which comes out in a couple of years, and then finally Kong versus Godzilla, which comes out in 2020. And I'm so excited for that. This is a Kong that you've never seen before. The last Kong movie we got was King Kong by Peter Jackson back in 2005, and that was a 3+ hour epic retelling of the original story, basically from the 30s or 20s, whenever the first one came out. And that was awesome. I remember seeing that in theaters 12 years ago now, and that was a really, really cool experience, and I think it's still a good film. I saw it recently actually on television the other day, and I thought it really stands up pretty well. Larry Fong, cinematographer on this movie, he is awesome. He's one of my favorites. He's a big guy when it comes to doing visual spectacle, basically, and really making everything more cinematic. He's best friends with Zack Snyder, and he does most of his movies. He did Batman v Superman, 300, Watchmen. It takes place around the same time as Vietnam, and you have these soldiers going in to this place in the South Pacific, this island, and they're recruited by John Goodman's character, who's this scientist that works for the government, and he needs their help to get to this island and to explore it. And he also gets Tom Hiddleston's character, who's this SAS agent, and Brie Larson, who's a photojournalist, and Samuel L. Jackson's character, Colonel Packard. He is the leader of this helicopter squadron that's going to lead them into Skull Island. So they get the gang together and they go in, and shit hits the fan, to say the least. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's nuts, and it's really, like I said, it's nothing compared to what Peter Jackson did. It's very, very different. As soon as they get to Skull Island, stuff happens, and it's happening constantly. There's always something going on the screen that is holy shit, that's insane. It's really cool. And now, while that's all good, obviously, the one thing that this movie struggles with is the script. The script and how the characters are written. The characters are not anything super, they're not really that three-dimensional. You got Tom Hiddleston, who is, I can't even remember his character's name off the top of my head, but he's this ex-SAS captain, and he's really badass, and he knows what to do. And then you got Brie Larson, who has been a photojournalist in the Vietnam War, and she's really against war, obviously, but she takes these pictures to try to change people's perception. And that's pretty much all we know about her. And then Samuel L. Jackson, who's this hardened, colonel who he wants orders, and he's going to do, what he can to do good by his, men. There's a lot of creatures other than Kong, obviously. No dinosaurs this time around. There's these crazy lizard skull crawlers that you've seen in the trailers and stuff. There's also a lot of good humor in it, especially to go along with the action, especially from John C. Reilly's character, Marlowe, who is by far the best character in the movie. Overall, I think it could have been better. I think it was a really good time in the movies. I had a total blast with it. I liked it even more the second time. So I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. This is going to be a really cool universe. I liked Godzilla. I really liked this one. I can't wait to see Godzilla 2 and Kong versus Godzilla, which I'm kind of really torn about now, because I like Godzilla and I really like Kong too. So that should be interesting. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you go check out our other videos. We had a review for Logan last week, and if you want to see my written review for Kong Skull Island, go to snorkel.com and you can read that there. I go into a little more detail. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and tell us in the comments what you did or did not like about Kong Skull Island. Thanks for watching.